I'll just go ahead and start my watch now.
All right. Go ahead and make a perception check for me.
16.
16.
Or, sorry, 17.
17. Difference between life and death right there. As you put the little objects away inside the pouch, put them in your pocket, kind of look around. Got a couple hours to kill. Your mind kind of wanders a little bit, and you think about the fight. You think about tactical decisions that were made. Could it have ended differently? Could it have gone differently? And then that's not the way you think, and it just kind of fades away pretty quick. And you just softly hear a gentle breeze in the trees. Rest of your watch passes. Nothing. The time comes when you would assume it's probably going to be morning soon, and you begin to wake up the rest of the party.
So what I do is I go to Haley first, and I shake her awake. I go, Haley, listen to me. I've been up for the last few hours, and I need some breakfast. Could you get on that, please, for me? I appreciate that. Thanks. And then I leave to go take a leak.
I'm gonna walk over. I'm gonna walk over to Nebuchadnezzar's pack, pull out his rations, and I'm just gonna open the bag or the can or whatever that thing is, and then just like drop them. There you go. I'll walk away.
Wow. Well, feisty. Don't wake up Hobbit.
Don't wake up the Hobbit and ask for breakfast.
Yeah.
This was a short rest, right?
No, this was a long
A
one.
long rest.
Long one?
Yeah. The short rest before
With
you.
a long rest, do your temporary shadow points go away?
Temporary shadow points.
Well, there's the permanent ones. And then
Yeah,
there's
no,
the
temporary ones just build up over time and become permanent ones. No one has any permanent ones yet.
Yeah.
So you gain shadow points until that equals your wisdom score. And once it goes over your wisdom score, all of your shadow points go away, but now you have one permanent one. And so instead of starting at 0, you start at 1.
I have a permanent one.
All right, so I have this thing called...
your wisdom score, not your wisdom modifier.
Oh, score.
Your wisdom score. Yeah, so like until you get to 10, 11, 12, 13.
Dang, how do you already have a permanent?
Yeah, no one should have a permanent
Seen some
one.
things.
I have this thing that's called Rumor of the Earth that says that between long rest, with a DC of 15, I can make a wisdom survival check. If I succeed, then that's a useful piece of information about the quest or whatever it's happening that I would get. If I get equal or over 25, then that's a miraculous info. Like it just appears like poof.
Sounds great.
So I'm gonna make that check right now.
Make your check. DC is 15.
Yeah, I didn't get it. Not this time.
Yeah, not this time.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Notice
So you guys know.
that's a really nice feature. So every time you take a long rest, you can make that DC 15 roll and potentially learn something new as you take the adage of sleeping on it quite seriously and process a lot of information that way. You guys awaken from your slumber. Is there anything you would like to do before you set out on your journey?
Yes. So I told everybody about the parchment papers. I would like to go and check one more time to see if we can get up all of us as a group, just the combined investigation, perception, whatever it is, see if we can find the others before we set out.
Okay. Is everyone going to participate? Go inside and figure it out and look for things?
Sure. Can we just like lock down like a 4-hour time slot for us? Okay, we're just gonna just do like a really intense search through all the books and whatever,
That
shaking out every
seems
page.
like a lot. Seems like a lot of time. That's like almost half the day.
Well, actually, technically, I'm no math whiz, but that's probably like 40% of the day, not half.
It's pretty close there, chat.
I also
We've
take
already
out.
looked through this building twice, so there's not really much left to look through, I would imagine.
This time I take Alagus with me because I trust in her perception of things.
Okay.
You're bringing the horse upstairs.
Yes, yeah.
You're bringing the horse into the castle.
Okay.
Okay. Maybe we'll shut the. Maybe we will shorten this time to like 45 minutes.
All right. Everyone who is aiding in the search of the pieces of parchment, give me an investigation roll, please.
5.
Okay.
Unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20.
17.
1.
A 1.
I'm not going to be my guys.
Rest
Sorry.
in peace, Eldakar. No.
On the car.
So
Well, it's a good thing we just had a long rest.
as you guys are looking around, Eldakar, your senses kind of get muffled for a moment as you step inside the keep and you look at the ground where the orcish creature had been slain and where Cyrell had been slain, and you see just a thick bloodstain where the black brackish blood of this creature has mixed with Cyrell's, and it's just sitting there, and you're just almost entranced for a few minutes as you look at it. And by the time you realize you kind of you're a little disheveled mentally, just a little not all there as you continue looking around. Haley, you go upstairs, fresh eyes on the room that's up there, wanting to investigate. You look at some of the books that have been left behind. There's the 2 books on necromancy that no one grabbed. You flip through one. Do you speak Sindarin?
Trying to remember where that is.
Bottom left of your front page character sheet.
I don't think no. I just speak Western's like
Western?
common Western, and hobbits don't have that language really. So
Okay. You recognize that it is Sindarin. You recognize the Elvish language, but you can't read the first book on necromancy. But flipping through it, nothing really jumps out to you. You grab the second book, you flip it open. On the inside of the cover, in very elegant handwriting, you see a small note written on the inside cover, and it says, "I'm a monster. What I do is evil. I have no illusions about it, but it must be done."
right, and that's like written inside the book,
Written
or is
on
that a page
the
in the
inside of the front cover, where someone might sign it if they were the author. That's just written there. That book is in a language you do not recognize.
book? Okay, so I'm gonna bring that note over to Edrahal and show it to him and say, does this look like what's on your parchment, or was there anything on your parchment? Because this is pretty creepy.
Looking at the words written inside the cover, it does appear to have the same penmanship as the letter written from Eladriel that you read over, Edrel.
So the note said, "I'm a monster."
I'm a monster. What I do is evil. They're all like lines. So like, I'm a monster. What I do is evil. I have no illusions about it, but it must be done.
Huh. Can I read something else since it's written in Sindarin?
The other book is written in Sindarin. The one with the note in it is written in a language that I don't believe you understand or recognize either. What languages do you speak again, Edrel?
I speak Old, Woodland, Sindarin, and Common.
Gotcha. Yeah, no.
No, it's fine if this is metagaming. That's fine. I won't go through with it. But knowing Bilbo's story as well as I do, would I know if this is like similar to the writing on the ring, or is that more Frodo's story?
Make a lore check.
Aaron.
15.
15. You're not sure. You've not seen the markings on the ring.
Okay, because I know Bilbo wasn't too forthcoming with that information, so I didn't know how much I would know about it.
Yeah, that's not something your character has encountered.
Okay.
All right. I asked Haley then, did you find anything else besides this book? Seems pretty interesting.
There was this book, but I can't read it. I handed him the Sindarin one.
Looking through the Sindarin one, it's a book about necromancy, like Eldikar mentioned. Covers this book in particular, not a lot of how-to information, but more a history. You see continual references to someone only known as the necromancer, which you recognize in your brief perusal of the book. You can hold on to it if you'd like to actually do a deep dive. But just reading the title and the name, the necromancer, stands out to you because there was a necromancer who came to the Mirkwood when it was the Greenwood, and is the individual responsible for bringing the shadow to the Mirkwood in the first place. That's as much as you can garner at the moment. However, as you're flipping through the book, you do notice something that Haley did not, as she was a little distracted by the note she found in the other book. The spine on this book is a little loose, and you give it a bit of a shake, and inside the spine you pull out a third matching piece of stiff parchment that matches the other two. Go ahead and make an investigation check for me.
Another one?
Yes.
Okay. 15.
15. You're able to eventually figure out the orientation of this card. Now you've basically got a card here, and then a card over here. And you get the feeling there's a fourth card that is missing at the moment. Nebuchadnezzar, you looking around, nothing really jumps out at you that you hadn't already seen, but you're just looking around trying to find something that is helpful or useful. Did anyone take the weapons from the orcish creature?
Chad's the only one that searched the body.
I'm down to take the guy's sword if no one's taken a sword.
Okay. Noted. So at the moment you have 3 parchment pieces. You do not find a fourth in your search. So as you guys pack up and prepare to leave, which direction are you heading?
I'm gonna trust El Dakar to be our navigator and him points away. So wherever you want to go, El Dakar, my guy.
Eldakar or Edrahel?
Ed Drahel, sorry.
Okay.
Well, we had decided we're gonna go try and find the Silver Hand.
Okay.
So
you're heading towards Emin Arnon. All right.
Yes.
You guys are already in a section of the Mirkwood, just south of the heart of the Mirkwood, where the Mirkwood actually begins to thin out a little bit. So after a moment, Edrahel being a little bit familiar with this area, speaking with Eldakar and his travels within the Mirkwood, you decide rather than backtracking up to the old road and heading east, that since the direction you inevitably want to go is sort of a south-southeast, you're just going to make a beeline to exit the Mirkwood. It's going to take about a day's worth of travel. So Edrahel and Eldakar, since you're the two that are most familiar with this area, both of you can make a survival check, or one of you can make it with advantage. Your choice.
What is it?
Can see if I have advantage on anything for that.
Yeah, that's a good point. Let me check.
I have a proficiency in survival, so if you want me to do advantage on the roll, I can. Otherwise, you can both go.
I say you go ahead and do both.
All right, so Eldakar, go ahead and make your roll twice, take the higher.
13 without adding anything. And a 17 plus 1, 18.
Okay. Survival, you said you're proficient in, right? So that would be a +3 after your wisdom as well.
So it's +3 and plus the wisdom modifier?
It'd be +2 and the wisdom modifier, so a total of +3.
Okay. So then unnatural 20.
A natural 20. All right. You guys,
17.
yeah, 17 +3. Yep. So you guys head out. You're not able to ride your horses in this area of the Mirkwood very easily. It's going to slow you down quite a bit, so you decide to just walk with your horses for now. Eldakar, leading the way, is actually able to find you guys a route that is relatively safe. As you guys start getting to a thinner area of the Mirkwood, you actually start to see light again for the first time in several days. The pitch black of the Mirkwood gives way to almost like a dark brownish gray color. And then eventually, as the evening wears on, as you start to get a little bit tired, you've already stopped for lunch, and you're getting to the point where you're expecting it to start getting darker, but because you're getting closer and closer to the exit of the Mirkwood, it's actually getting lighter, which is an odd thing for you to take in at first. Everyone do me a favor and make a perception check.
A 10. Sorry.
6, 10,
8.
8,
18.
18. And Dala, you're muted.
19.
19. You guys get to what would be around 4 or 5 o'clock. You're feeling the hunger start to rumble a little bit in your stomach again. You're thinking, maybe kind of want to stop for food sometime soon, get some rations. Edrahel, you have the sense that you're probably with the role that Eldakar had, you're probably going to break out of the Mirkwood before nightfall. You guys have made really, really good time on this final leg of the journey. and you haven't encountered any spiders as you've slowly kind of been getting safer and safer and safer. And that knowledge and the desire to leave and just see the sky again has kind of driven you guys to a bit of a quicker pace than normal. Everyone make a stealth check as well for me real quick.
$13.
13,
14.
14.
A
Sorry, what was that?
Yep, sorry. You go.
I'm sorry. I got a 24, 23.
Jeez. Dala?
Alright, I got
14.
And a non-nat 20.
got 15 actually.
15, okay. And there we go. Sorry about that. Okay. As you guys are making your way towards the edge of the Mirkwood, you're getting closer and closer to daylight. Edrahel and Dala, as you guys are moving through, you're making a fair bit of noise. However, you're able to discern the sounds that are coming from outside of your party. You're able to shrug off that which is just wind starting to blow through the trees, the slight sound of animals that aren't touched by the shadow for the first time in weeks for the rest of you. And then you start to hear this crunch of dry leaves underfoot, and it's and then it just stops. And it's coming from about 150 feet ahead of you and off to the right slightly, closer to the edge of the Mirkwood. Really, really hard to hear. It was just a couple of really good perception rolls that you were able to hear footfalls at such a great distance. But your senses are attuned for tracking and listening for something like that. And you hear just a few footfalls and then silence coming from that direction, as if something was moving and then got very still. But unless you guys slow down, you're going to cover that distance in the next 20 seconds.
All right, and we just stopped listening, right? We didn't hear it anymore.
Correct.
Okay, stop. And then I moved to, what?
I said, what was that?
Then I moved to the side, and since we're still in the forest, I hide.
Okay.
Haley sees what just happened. She's like, and she just like runs behind a tree.
Okay. Yeah, there's plenty of trees still. There's no path or any kind of trail that you guys are following at the moment, so it's easy enough to take cover.
All right. I wanna, if possible, I don't know if I would have to do it again, but make a stealth check and start moving in that direction.
Go ahead and make another stealth check, sure.
All right. 22.
22, noted. You are currently stealthed.
Okay. And I start moving. Oh, well, is anybody able to see me right now? Like,
I would say you got everyone's attention and they saw you, you disappeared behind a tree, and then as you began advancing, they all lost sight of you.
All right, that's perfectly fine. I start moving towards the sound that I had heard.
Okay. Make a perception check. Moving stealthily, it's going to take you about a minute to get there, just so you know.
Okay. Perception, you said, right?
Correct.
18.
18. As you begin approaching, you're listening, looking for any movement behind any of the trees, trying to get a sense of where the sound of apparent footfalls could be coming from. Looking to the left, looking to the right. A few moments pass. You don't see anything at first, so you just kind of brace yourself against a tree and you close your eyes and you just you listen for a moment. And a few seconds pass. A few more seconds pass, and you don't hear anything.
All right. Then I start making my way back.
Okay. Make your way back to the group.
Yep. Can they see me now? All right, good. Then
And you can make yourself known to them. It's just you had already stealthed at that point earlier, so you would have your stealth to.
fair enough. I make myself known to them. I explain the situation. It's like, hey, I heard this from this place. I went. I didn't see anything. I didn't hear anything or perceive anything. So I think we're good to keep moving. I would recommend to do it a little bit slower, just to make sure and stay attentive since we're still in the forest.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Everyone make
Stealth now.
yeah, I would say because of breaking and hiding individually and going back out, everyone make another stealth check for me.
Seven.
19.
What was that?
19.
19. Haley?
18.
Edrel?
17.
22.
Okay. You guys, Edrel was just like, stop. And then he disappeared for about 2 minutes. And then he came back and said, we're fine, let's keep going. So it's a little like, cool.
Time.
And you guys, you group back up and you start making your way up ahead. You pass by where a couple of you heard the crunch of dry leaves. Looking around, you're feeling the chill of the air as the wind is actually able to move through the trees in this area of the Mirkwood. It's gotten thin enough. You feel a chill kind of run down all of your spines. And finally, up ahead, you see for the first time a break in the wall of trees. And you're just filled with determination. It's like seeing that break, you're like, we finally made it out of the Mirkwood. And as you're approaching, you hear a voice behind you.
Is it my cue? What? Is it me?
That's good. That's good. I'm glad it's a callback.
You guys hear a voice. Hello, travelers.
I just draw my bow and my arrow and I start pointing at these guys.
Yeah,
Like,
I twist around in like a single motion. I have like my warhammer in one hand and that giant sword in the other hand.
Okay. The
Haley
sword?
is so taken back by hearing something. She was already kind of jumpy. She accidentally pulls out her lute instead of her arrow. So she's just like,
Okay.
And I'm taking out I pull out my sword and I'm like, who goes there?
Okay. Sounds like y'all are gonna roll initiative now.
Balthazar, knowing how the rest of the party reacted to him, is the only one that decides to go to him and actually talk to him.
So you're just gonna walk up to him. Everyone else is like,
So he goes, "Hello, travelers," and Eldakar's like, "Cheerio."
From hiding behind a tree, you see a figure come out. He's got a bow in a hand, but he's like casually eating an apple. And when he sees you guys pull out your weapon, he's like, "Whoa, whoa, hey, hello, guys, friend."
Hello there.
You see a tall guy standing in front of you, dark of skin. He's skinny, looks kind of early 20s. He's wearing kind of an interesting like vest made up of leather, blood brownish and greens, but he's got kind of a hide, a cloak kind of draped over him, made of some unknown animal. That's all you see from the front, except he's got an interesting haircut. His hair goes up, but the side of his hair is shaved. And you see kind of this tattoo of almost like a bird with wings kind of coming up here.
Rufio?
And he's like, hey, just a friend, not here to hurt you, are we, boy? And then from out of your sight, you hear a growl, and you see sort of a dog appear from across the path. Quickly, the guy turns, down, boy, down. We're friends. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Calm down. No growling. The dog starts to pant or whatever. He looks at him. I mean it. No apples for you. Calm down. Then he turns back to you. Hey, guys.
Haley slowly
Say.
lowers her loot and then like awkwardly puts it away because it's the loot. And then she says, "You didn't pick those apples here, did you?"
That would be quite a tragic occurrence if I did. No, friend. I found these along the way traveling here. I think I'm here to meet you guys. You guys are... Hold on. He puts the apple away, kind of tucks his bone. He's searching into a satchel, pulls out kind of a little parchment, and he looks. He holds up his finger. He's still looking. Yes. Are you guys the champions of light, aka the Chad?
Boy, yeah, our reputation precedes
The
us.
only person that would have known our name is Wilhelm. Did Wilhelm send you?
I don't know a Wilhelm, but no, I am sent by Mr. Radagast the Brown. Have you heard of him?
Would I have heard of
Radagast?
him?
Everyone make a lore check, and I would say Haley, Eldakar, and Edrahel with advantage.
Radagast
Sounds
is so
like
ridiculous.
Radican from
Not ahead of
Great
them.
Mouse Detective.
It's actually Raticate, the Pokemon.
12.
12.
We're making a what check again?
Lore with advantage, Eldakar. And
Okay, I
Edrahel.
don't get any. So then I got
14.
17.
14,
17.
17, 17,
15.
15. All of you have heard of Radagast the Brown.
He's a wizard, right?
He's so as far as the actual dissemination of information, Dala and Nebuchadnezzar, you just know Radagast as a hermit who lives outside of the Mirkwood, is the kind of person that people have brought wounded and hurt animals to for healing. A lot of communities see him as a gifted, if odd, veterinarian of sorts. Eldakar and Edrahel both rolled really high. Haley, between your mediocre role, but your specialization in stories, the three of you recognize Radagast as an arcane gifted individual, a wizard of some kind who has an affinity for nature, animals, herbs, alchemy.
And Bilbo met him, right?
Bilbo did meet him, yes. Yeah, which is the main reason why you still know even with the 12.
Because of my I don't know, traveling around as an elf, as an ambassador of my people, would I know more not only about Radagast but also about the others?
Make a just roll a d20 for me. A straight d20.
See what happens.
All right. Do I get any pluses? Minus?
No.
6.
6? Okay. You've never met Radagast the Brown.
Okay.
You know that he was one of 5 wizards who were sent to Middle-earth. That's about all you can recall in the moment, in the midst of this conversation.
All right.
So, you were sent by Radagast the Brown. Please tell me your name is Tyrell.
It is not.
It's cereal.
Are you the champions?
Yep.
You would like to go
Yeah,
Boy.
inside?
I mean, I
We're the-
guess that's
we're
pretty obvious
champions.
at this point.
Yeah. We win. We fight. We work for
I
good
say,
pay.
forgive my
We have
friends.
no time for losers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Forgive my friends. We have just gone through a major battle and a major loss, so they're quite hinged there, a little on the edge of their seats, if you might say. So it is great to meet a friendly face.
I put
I
my.
know
Oh,
They
sorry.
treated me the same way when I was a new boy here. So,
I put my bow away and my arrow away, and I asked this newly met fella, "So are you?" Oh man, I forgot the word now. Are you sure you want to know if we are those people that you're looking for?
I
mean,
already
I
answered
already
that question
kinda
for him at your health.
Yeah, I just say we've kind of already admitted. I mean, champions of light, Chad for short.
He looks at you guys a little oddly, but he continues to smile. Well met. Yes. So it seems like there's a little disagreement, but that's okay. That's okay. Sounds like you guys are the ones I was sent to meet. Happy to meet. Finally, I was worried I would have to go all the way into the Mirkwood. It's a very unpleasant place there. I heard you guys had a loss. I don't know too much information. I just know I was sent to find you. How are you?
seem to have known a lot, even though you don't know anything. How
What's
do
your
you
name,
know
stranger?
about?
Yes, that is due to Radagast. He's kind of a little eccentric. I was sitting in a tavern. He sent me to meet some people. I was having some great food. There's a wonderful place called The Bird and the Baby. It was amazing. Not
Haley
quite
takes
as
note.
good as the food in the Shire. He looks at Haley and smiles. And then
You've been to the Shire.
just only once. I've tasted the delectables. It was amazing. Yeah, I was
I
just
look
sitting there
over to
having some.
Edgerhill.
What was that?
I was gonna say I look over to Edgerhill silently. She seems to talk more than Haley.
I was just sitting there having a great meal, just having a great time, and then in comes this. Can I say fox? He just drops in this kind of letter. Radagast is a little, flamboyant sometimes. I opened up the letter and it said to come and find you guys. There's a second letter too. I'm supposed to give it to you guys. Hold on one second. He flips
As
to his
you're
satchel.
looking for the letter, you remember that he actually placed it inside of a small brown satchel that was meant for the party.
Okay. I think this all is for you. He holds it out. Who is supposed to get this?
Stranger, what's your name?
Dollar can get it.
Thank you. But next time, don't bring up the passing.
Oh my God. Yes, let us remember the dead. All right. But anyway, Dollar, what does the letter say?
What does the letter say?
I know. I took it, and I was like, "Thank you." That's all. And
You're not gonna read it.
I'm gonna. Okay. I'll. Yeah. Sure. I'll read it. I wasn't going to.
She just takes it and leaves.
Thanks.
Thanks to you.
I was waiting for this. Bye, everyone. And just
Hi. Okay.
so you take the small brown sack. It's about big enough, like two hands will hold it.
Yeah, I thought it was. Oh, but can I like look to see if there's anything else and like take out some whatever that's in there?
Yes.
Okay.
So inside there's a letter.
Satchel that he gave us.
There's a letter that's rolled up, and then there's an assortment of gold coins inside.
Okay. All right.
Do you want to read the letter?
What's it
What I was waiting for. I don't know. I don't know
So
what.
you're
I
gonna
don't know
read
what to say. I thought I had
At
to
that
roll.
moment,
See what
Donna
it
opens it and
said.
remembers that she never was taught how to read, and she's like,
I don't
No,
know.
awkward.
you don't have to roll anything. It's fine. If you want to read the letter, you can read the letter. Yes. You open up the letter. It's just folded closed, and in very interesting writing on a stained piece of paper with various colors of stained liquid. It just has 4 words. It just says inaction. That was a nice little echo. Inaction is a decision. That's all.
Inaction is a decision.
Yep.
I
Inside the
told you-
sack is 20 gold pieces,
Oh,
Do you
This
read
is
it
for
out
me.
loud?
which is
Oh,
probably more money than
Guys.
any of you have ever seen in your
For
life.
me.
I go. Dola, how much coal we looking at there?
Don't worry about it. It's mine.
All right then. I go. Friend. We appreciate. We always appreciate people that give tips and donate to our good cause here. You know, fighting back the shadow, purging the force. I mean, I was surprised that people already know about it so quickly, but to be honest, I'm not that surprised. I mean, we are pretty good at what we do. So anyway, we're off to go. Maybe save the world or something of that like. Don't know if you wanna. I don't know what you're. If you're just here for the letter, or I mean, if you got any food, you can spot us. We'll take that too.
Andrew,
Laughs
I
a
guess
little bit.
I guess the question would be for the third time. What is your name?
He laughs a little bit. My apologies, elf friend. Your party seems very excitable, and I was a little confused for.
I am not excitable.
Yeah.
I mean, not excitable.
You could
All
use
right,
that word if you wanted, but yeah.
If you say so. Yes, happy to meet you, champions. To your point, dwarf. I never actually heard of you, but Radagast has apparently, and so I'm here to help. Elf friend. I go by many names. Many people call me many things. He scratches nervously. Fixer, mender, helper, troublemaker. He laughs a little bit. But you may call me Torin Stormflight. Friends call me Ren or Tor. And this over here, he whistles and calls over his dog.
Little patter.
All walks, a dog that looks almost like a Siberian Husky, but his fur's super dark, very like a dark gray. But he's got white patterns on him that kind of go back from his eyes to his back, and they almost make perfect geometric symbols. And as he looks at you, he has blue eyes, but they kind of glimmer. And he says, "This here is my new trusty friend. Radagast sent him along just to make sure I'd be safe while I go. Radagast, he worries so much. Anyways, his name is Estelle Rada. Anyone who speaks some of the Elvish language like Adrahal, you will recall that is an actual actual phrase. So if you want to know more, you can ask. But I just call him Roddy, or sometimes even Wolf. You should hear him howl at night. And he's a pain at stealing the covers." He looks at him kind of jokefully. What are all of your names?
Since I was the one to ask yours, my name is Edrahel, as maybe you have heard some of my companions say. Rather clumsy, but fine. It's okay. It's okay. We get used to it.
I tried to ask as well, but my name is Eldakar.
Well met, friends.
Is Roddy rowdy?
Sometimes if he's hungry.
Roddy Piper.
I'm Haley. Haley Proudfoot. As you can already tell, I'm a hobbit. I'm from the Shire and a little far from home, but that's okay because I've been far from home before. And that's probably more information than you need.
My name is Dala, and I am actually very honored that I received this, and it's mine. I'm not sharing it. I'm not sharing the coins.
I'm never Chad Neza, hence the name, never Chinezard, never Chinezard. And
Yeah,
sometimes
something like
I'll get nervous around new people, so you're a little shy. I can be a little shy, but I think you'll warm up to me.
No worries,
He's
my
not
friend.
shy at all. Don't let him fool you.
Oh.
No need to be nervous around me, he says. He kind of kneels down and kind of pets his dog, Wolf. He looks up at you. As he's kneeling down, you guys kind of see on his back kind of the two features that stand out as well is he's got this interesting quiver upon him. It's almost made, looks like out of like tree bark, but it's blue in color. Looks pretty interesting. He's got his bow, and then he's got a little armband around him, again, that has kind of like, looks like a hawk or something that encircles his arm. He pets Wolf, and he says, hey boy, I think we're going to be in good hands here. So yeah, my letter didn't have a lot of information. I'm just that Radagast thought you needed a little help. So what are you guys up to?
Well, we're looking for the Silver Hand. It's a secret society. We're on a secret mission. So we're just going to share that with you. Guy we just met.
Hey,
Or
Derek,
laugh.
can you change your name?
Yeah, Tor laughs, just a great
Yeah,
belly
I was gonna ask that
laugh,
too.
and says,
Orin.
interesting. Perhaps that's one of the reasons I'm here sent to help you. I've actually been there before and I've met the Silver
Oh.
Hand. They're great people, kind of mysterious, but yeah, I can.
Okay, well, you'll be our in. See, our big mission here is there's a lot of darkness in the world called the Shadow. May have not heard of it. It's bad stuff here. We're here to kill it. And at least that's me. So it's all you need to know. So if you want to point us the way there, we'll meet the Silver Hand. We'll get some provisions, and then we'll go to Mordor or something. And then we all get to go out in a blaze of glory. Isn't that right, everybody? Aren't you ready to run in there and all die for a cause that there's no hope because there's so much shadow that we'll never actually be able to overcome it, but we get to run right in and die trying?
All I know is I woke up on a wagon and now I'm with you.
That's the beginning of
Ignore
every good
Chad.
story.
He gets a little overspoken sometimes.
I go, Darla can vouch for me. She knows that I'm a good guy.
I just look away.
Perfect.
Torin looks at Eldakar and says, is he always like this?
Unfortunately.
He looks over at chat. I think that's great.
I think it's great
although I
too.
don't
Well,
like the dying part. Maybe we don't have to rush right in. I don't know.
I'll go, you know, my hope, my biggest hope, and I'll be real with you because I think we've got this relationship, is I will make sure my friends live to see my sacrifice. That's my hope. So, didn't do too well in the last fight. Lived to see someone else's sacrifice. It was, we all mourned. It's sad. But now we're moving forward.
Moving on.
Are we
Yes.
able to tell what race Torin is? Is he like a human or?
I look human. Yeah.
look. Well, he's not a dwarf.
He's
That's
humanoid.
all that matters to me.
Half man, half wolf. That's why he has the dog.
I have tons of questions, but we're almost out of the Mirkwood. Should we continue our journeys and maybe catch up along the way? I don't really like this place.
It's not a good place. Yes, I really want to get out of here.
Let's keep moving.
That is
Okay.
place.
We lost you, Brian. So you guys turn around, head back towards the exit out of the Mirkwood, with Torin slowly coming up behind all of you. All right, Derek, now.
All right, I shoot them all in the back.
What?
I can't
Finally
swear now.
saves me.
Yeah, you guys head towards that break in the trees that you see. Takes about 2 minutes to close the distance, because you can go the distance. And you get to the sorry, I had to. You get to the edge of the tree line, and for a moment you're like, oh my gosh, is it real? Are we really about? And then you're just like, yes, and then you just run out. You guys get out of the Mirkwood. Now on the southern eastern edge of the Mirkwood, looking out, you can see grass for the first time in a long time. You see for miles just grass. You see yellows and browns as the fall weather has started to take over, the chill in the air. You realize you're probably going to need to set a fire tonight to keep warm. In the distance, miles and miles and miles, miles and miles, almost impossibly far away, you see what you know are the arid Lithui, which are the mountains that form the northern border of Mordor. But they're so far away, they're so small, impossibly far away. And you see far in the distance a little blip. And then you see another one, and you recognize these are little tiny flashes of lightning. It's stretching out over the mountain range, slowly making its way towards your direction. You see this massive dark cloud. Gives you this uneasy feeling, this bit of nervousness. It's still by foot weeks of travel away, but you can just, looking at it, see its oppressive nature, but it doesn't really bother you. It's so far away. You actually catch a glimpse of the sun before it disappears behind the edge of the horizon. And as you guys clear the trees and decide, well, this is probably as good a place as any, you've just entered a massive grassland. There's not cover for miles. Probably just going to set up camp here on the edge of the Mirkwood. Dala, as you jokingly stuff the bag of coins into your gear, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
$13.
13.
Oh wait, do I have to 14. 'Cause I have to last one. Yeah.
Okay. You stuff the bag of coin into your gear. You counted it. There's 20 gold pieces. And you kind of give an eye over the rest of the party while they're not looking. You take 5 of those coins and you put them in your pocket. Now there's only 15 in the bag. No one else has seen inside the bag, and you haven't told anyone what's in there. You take 2 points of shadow. So put those 2 points of shadow on your character sheet. You sense this is more money than you've ever seen in your entire life. The things that you could achieve, the dreams, the goals, the desires that you have. I mean, this may not be enough gold to achieve all of them, but it's enough gold to achieve some of them. And that lure sinks into you for a moment. You just smile and continue on like nothing happened. And that is where we're going to end today's session.